Shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashin Yahshua Bashin Hakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone. And citations to you, I can teach all true sincerity. Um, sorry, Salakia, it shut off on me. So I'm gonna read the last, well, not the last, but the 10th uh scripture precept of Revelations, uh, 18 verse 10. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So Babylon the Great, which is America, will be destroyed in 1 hour by ICB and nuclear missile fire and the laser beams from the chariots. These heathen nations are going to destroy this place with ICB and nuclear missile fire. And the laser beams are going to come from the chariots of Israel. Which is going to be from that big father ship and the other chariots that are with the big father ship, all going to in unison blast this place out of existence and turn it into a desert, turn everything that we see and you know every building, every person, all the water here, food here, the animals here is all going to be turned into dust in 1 hour. You're not gonna see the you're not gonna be able to look and see what path how to get to New York, or what path how to get to California. All that stuff is gonna be turned into dust, a desert, a huge desert, and this place is gonna be home to desert creatures. And these heathens are going to send those missiles and turn their back on this place, and um, um, going to be far away, be lamenting and um, um, you know mad that they have no more, they can't pitch tent here and benefit from the slaves that were over here, in captivity under them, you know under their under Esau Edom's rule. But the elites, that uh, rule, because every president is what's the word? They're picked by the elites to push their narrative and agenda. Uh, anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next scripture I was gonna get is one Psalms 137 verse 7. This is Psalms 137 verse 7 says, "Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." Because the children of Edom are um, the rule in the earth. The scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Um, so I can give me the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and they're ruling the earth. They're along with the elites of the the societies of Elam, of Ishmael, of Ham, of Japheth. You know, these heathen nations who are the heads of this society. They're um, what's the word? all together, ruling these different lands. But Esau, Edom, he is um, the king of Babylon, and he is going to be destroyed. He's going to be taken out of power soon, and we're getting really close to them implementing the MOTB, um, martial law. They already have these ICE agents in different major cities like Chicago and New York. Um, they're detaining Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, Jake. We're really close to the very end. We're one day closer to Yahweh's return, one day closer to the kingdom being established on earth. Like, we're really close, and it's really getting tight out here in these streets. And you know, we're gonna dash these heathens, especially Esau, Edom. We're gonna dash their little ones to the stones. Um, um, and that's in future soon, because the elected nation Israel, when they're given that spiritual power and given that anger from the Lord, you know, we're gonna judge. Lord willing, if I'm part of that number, we're gonna judge an individual according to how Yahweh Shah judges and orchestrates um, judgment upon a person. We're not gonna go by our own um, our own ideology on judgment, because the scriptures say we're not supposed to have respect of persons. So um, when we come and dash a little one, a little child, to the stones, um, it's going to be a righteous thing. It's going to be a righteous thing, because it's time for them to be judged, you know, as a people. Because the scriptures say, Lamentations 4, verse 21, 22. Actually, I'll get that because it talks about it's time for them to be judged. Well, actually, I'll get the 22nd verse to get to the point. Um, so the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So, and a part of visiting their iniquity is they're going to be gathered up, put into captivity, and they're gonna their children will be will be brought up with them in captivity, and they will be dashed into pieces, killed off. Just like they did our children. A woman was pregnant on the boat. They cut her open while she was pregnant. That's why certain procedures today, like C sections, that came from a woman being on the boat. She was pregnant, and Esau just went up and cut her body, cut her stomach open, and the baby came out, and he stomped on the baby. So those type of things are gonna go down in a very near soon future. The gynecology, the practice of gynecology came from Esau practicing on a enslaved Israelite woman of the tribe of Judah, or Benjamin or Levi. Either one, she was a Southern Kingdom Israelite woman, and they practiced um, the field of gynecology on her. You know, so those things that they have done, those atrocious acts, they're going to pay for it, and their children are going to pay for it by being dashed to pieces, just like they did our children, feeding them to alligators, um, cutting women open while we were riding on the boat to this land. They did a lot of atrocious things to our women and people. So um, they got to pay for everything they've done. Um, I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 51 and verse 1. Jeremiah 51 verse 1 says, "Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind, and will send Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." You know, because he's going to send those ICBM nuclear fire upon this place. And this place is going to be destroyed and turned into a desert. Because this place is a bloody city. It's Nahum 3 and 1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not." Yeah, because woe means destruction. And they preyed upon us as a people. They preyed upon the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, like the scriptures say in Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. It says, "The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all they took them fast, refused to let them go." You know, we were the prey they preyed upon, and they raped, robbed, and murdered, and stole all the things and destroyed our towns because we had striving, uh, towns and societies, and they destroyed those by uh, burning them down, flooding them. There's many lakes that are man-made that they flooded, um, and those are there are towns and graves in those lakes that were Southern Kingdom, Israelite towns, um, that Esau was jealous because Jake was doing well without him, after slavery, you know. But yeah, this place has the blood of the saints on it, and the scriptures say this land cannot be cleansed except by the blood of him that shed it. They shed the blood of our ancestors and our people on this land. This land is defiled with the blood of the children of Israel, and it cannot be cleansed except by the blood of the person who shed it. So Esau has to be destroyed and die on this land. Um, I'm going to Hosea. That's the last one. Hosea 4 verse 3. Hosea 4 verse 3 says, "Hear the words of Yahweh, the children of Israel, for Yahweh have controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, um, no knowledge of the Most High in the land, because they promote idolatry and wickedness here. So there's no truth or mercy here." And it says, "By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touch blood." Yeah, because they promote the adulterous ways of this society, wicked ways of this world, um, you know, and you know, this place is a bloody city. So anyway, I'm gonna say all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashin, Yahshua Bashin, Karpadash, double honors to the elder apostles, Ray Millstone, salutations to you, teach all true sincerity, Shalom.